Rising. I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to come into the room. Virgo, we're past hump day. We are past it. Okay. Virgo, we're going to, do a general like we normally do. We're going to see what's going to come out here for you, Virgo. We're getting closer to Christmas. Now I have to go and buy Christmas decorations and all that other good stuff. Apologize, I don't have the candle going. I totally ran out of matches and lighters. But we're going to get into the Christmas and Thanksgiving mood. Okay, once we pass Thanksgiving, then I'm pretty good. Okay, we're pretty good. But I'm about to get into that mood in a minute. And I hope that you guys are as well. Okay, some of you guys are going to be off next week, so that's going to be really, really good. But either way, okay, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to get into that. Like I said, apologize for the candle. I got to go buy some more matches. But either way, we're going to go ahead and get into the reading. This is going to be your general. We're going to see what's going to come out here for you this morning. Beautiful Virgos. Let's say hello to some people in here. So I have Bree. I have D. Hey, y'all. Kiana. I have Chelsea. I have Sean. Oh, I know who you are, Chelsea. Okay. I know who you are because I'm like, who is Chelsea? I got you. Hey, girlfriend. How are you? All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get into the reading. We're going to see what's going to come out here today. I think I should be okay. Shuffling in front of the camera. Let's see. It's just the way I got the camera. Let's see. If I don't feel right, I ain't doing it. This is for Virgo. Let's get to. All right. So the cards that's coming out here is head of the pack. Okay. This is really good here. It talks about success. Okay, and head of the pack is those who are leaders, those who can lead. Okay, whether it is with your family or at your job, those who can lead. That is what this is saying. Now, this is also people that you can come across. Okay, because most of the people that I just named off are all feminines, right? So this could be someone that you are dealing with who could be an alpha male, or there's someone who has their own business, or they just have that spirit, that energy on them here. But it's 1 + 5 is 6. So to me, I feel like this could definitely have something to do with your work. A supervisor, whatever that means when it comes down to being the head of something. That's what I see. And some of you may have your own business as well. All right, so let's see. This is how it fell. So we're going to go ahead and read it the way it fell. First card, don't like it too much, but that's okay. You have a whip, arguments, fighting, abusive, tenseful, arguments, fighting. What is this? This is like something being repeated, or someone repeating themselves, or something being repetitive. So we don't, okay, let's say it this way. Because most of the people that I know in this room right now are not going to be the argumentative type, okay? I'm not saying that you guys cannot get into disagreements. I'm not saying that, but fight, that's kind of a stretch, okay, for certain Virgos. I can tell you that. I feel like it's a stretch for even Virgos to be in any abusive situations. However, I do know that it happens. And not only that, if we look at this, this could be, this is actually sitting in your past position. No doubt this could be something that you could have experienced in your past. So I have no doubt that could have happened for you even years ago, okay? But I wanted to pay attention to what it says. So just be mindful, okay, and not getting into any arguments with anyone to the point where you may fight them. You could get angry about something. This does talk about anger, but it also says some things that are a little too early in the morning to talk about. Okay, here here it talks about kinky sex, that type of thing. Or you could deal with someone who just, they may have an attitude, or they can snap really quickly. Now we're going to see what card lands on this. We'll see what type of person. Now this could be anybody. This could be your mother. We don't want to say mother only because it says snap. We do know that divine masculines do that as well. But this is something that I see. That is a 1 + 1, which is 2, which could be in relationships. I just have to say that. All right, some of you guys could have been in arguments and fights. If you guys are married, twos does talk about committed relationships. So some of you guys could have been in relationships in the past that you were, you were committed to someone and it was fights and it was drama. Okay, but those, again, we're going to look at this as past energy and just be mindful about the future with people who may try to push you to get to this point. Okay, it also says painful, so we definitely know that that's true. So when we get into the tarot, we're going to find out what that's all about. Now the next card that's coming out here, double rainbow, and here it says divine intervention. Now this is sitting in your present position or sitting on top of you. It just depends on what it is that you need intervention on, right? Just depends. Here it says there's going to be an ascension that you're going to experience. Certain things are just going to happen out of the blue. So about serendipitous energy, things that are meant to happen will happen for you. I love it. We've talked about this before. It says as below, as above, so below. Y'all know what that means, right? I know y'all go to a Bible scripture when I say that, but truly that's what we do when you look at astrology. So for some of you, there's going to be major changes. These planets are moving and it's just going to put you in a completely different arena. And it is going to be different for every Virgo because all of us have different houses and we have different birth dates and times, okay? So it's according to what's about to move in certain houses. How is it going to affect your life? That's how you're going to know how you're going to be affected moving forward, okay? But either way, perfect timing, okay? All those good things are here. And I feel like because it says as above, so below, and then you have all of this divine intervention and perfect timing and serendipitous energy, I feel like the planets are in your favor. If you ask me, that's what it looks like. I feel like it's in your favor according to that card. And then you have 1 plus 6 is 7, okay? So that is the Libra house, dealing with commitments of all kinds, dealing with what type of contracts that you sign, who you commit yourself to, what you commit yourself to. That is what the double rainbow is basically saying. And I do see that you guys will be committing yourselves to something. Let's go ahead. Let's get your next card here. This is for Virgo. Let's see what comes out here for Virgo. All right. Next card. No way. No way. This is so good. Now you see you had divine twice. You had divine intervention, divine partner. Y'all already know I don't believe in that whole twin flame stuff. Y'all know I don't believe in that. Okay, y'all already know. Okay. I believe in people who are supposed to be in your life because they're supposed to. Twin flames, that kind of definition of it, it just doesn't rock well with me. So that's the reason why I don't stick to it too much. I'm actually happy to see that a lot of people don't stick with that anymore. Maybe it was just the wrong definition, but it is not abusive. Especially if it's coordinated by the universe. No ma'am, no sir. Okay. This particular union is going to be very harmonious according to this card. It talks about balancing one another. Okay. And this is saying that if we look at 7 dealing with the house of commitments, and it's saying that this is going to be a person who reflects you, someone who reflects you, this is going to be a good relationship because you love yourself, right? You love yourself. You want the best for yourself. So I will think that the person that you're going to deal with believes the same. Here it says this type of love is going to activate the heart. It's going to activate you. When was the last time you fell in love? Okay. It's been a long time, right? So for some of you, it could have been, right? And for others, it could have been just yesterday or whatever. But either way, we definitely see that there's a soulmate, someone who could actually be a catalyst in your life for good. And I'm loving it. Oh my goodness, Virgo. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and then at the bottom of the deck, this could be y'all right now. Memories here. We got a book. Now this is just a lot, okay, with the book. The book could represent actually like actual knowledge. Thank you so much, Carla. I appreciate you. Thank you. The book is actual knowledge. So some of you guys could be going back to school. I know I'm just going to say it. Like some of you guys are actually either writing a book or going back to school or something like that that deals with books and knowledge, that kind of thing. But this could also, in education, of course, maybe some of you are teachers or you will be getting further education, or that you will be alongside in that realm where you are being taught something. You know, you're being trained, something like that. I could just tell you, it's interesting. I was actually, when you are in anything dealing with the medical field, the doctors have CMEs, the nurses have their thing too, and so could continue education. So it was funny. I was in there. I'm like, okay, I got to make sure I get my, update my certification, and it's expensive. It's expensive. So, I'm looking at the price, and I'm like, dang, like, God, they just keep going up almost like every 2 years. They go up on the price. But then those things you do continuing education almost every freaking month. You got to constantly keep on refreshing. They have to constantly keep saying that you know what you're doing. That's the reason why anyone who neglects people when it deals with medical, it is an excuse, because you have to do continuing education all the time. So if anyone is pretending that they don't know, they do know, by the way. Let me just throw that out there. All right. So I can actually relate to that part. Okay. Because usually with education, I cannot, but then just recently I had to. Okay. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I can't believe I have to take all of these damn exams. Okay. But either way, and that could be for some of you, like I said before, it could just be continuing education. It doesn't have to be you guys actually going back to school, but for some of you, that's what it's going to be. Okay. Now it does say memory. Okay. Maybe something is triggering a memory in you. All right. If there's things that you need to find out, you will be. That's what it's saying. I wish I had those tea leaf oracles. I kind of wish I had that because we haven't used those in a while, and it will kind of bring a little spin to this reading. So I'm going to use those tomorrow because these kind of remind me of tea leaf oracles, and I don't want to detach from them at the moment. Let me get two more, and then we're going to get into the tarot. This is going to be for Virgo. Thank you. You have Lovers at the bottom of the deck, Gemini. Very Mercury ruled here. Now this could be Gemini season, or this could talk about, of course we know Lovers does talk about almost the same thing with the twin flame, which is crazy, right? I don't know why I feel like, because Mercury could feel like a lot of communication. This could be more than one person. I never used the Lovers as multiple partners. I don't. I just use it as like a person card, and it just depends on what falls out with it. But I definitely see that there is someone here. You could be dealing with a Gemini, or if you have Gemini in your chart, you probably need to see how that's going to be affecting you. The only reason why I say that is because Uranus is going to be going in there. Okay. So Gemini, especially with Uranus, it could free you from something. Or it's like a freedom planet. It's kind of unorthodox. Okay. It will be trining Pluto literally like for the next year and a half once it goes into Gemini. So that's going to be crazy. But you guys do need to see where that is in your chart. Okay. You need to see where that is. For some people, it'll try. For some people, it will try. Not for everybody. I want to throw that out there. Not for everybody. Okay. All right. One of the first cards that came out literally here says, Emperor. Oh, I was barely looking at it. My finger was covered. So you got, okay, so just paying attention. Now we see that there's two people. Okay. There could be two people that you're going to be interested in, or this could describe one particular person. This particular person could be very intellectual. Very, very, this person could be a little superficial, could be, maybe they're kind of into certain looks or something like that. Cause that's what Gemini talks about. Gemini talks about social. So this person can be sociable or sociable. You guys can go to a lot of different events with this individual. This really is a person to me. Okay. This is a person with the Emperor the same way it's a person with the Empress. That's how I look at it. Now, the only thing that I don't like about this is that it is indeed falling on top of that whip. Now, we are not clarifying, but always pay attention to what falls. And this is falling on top of that whip. If you guys have been married or, you know, you got children by this person, male or female, okay, we have to say it that way because this is a general. It's been nasty. Okay, definitely in the past, it has not been great. Like you've been dealing with control issues. And some of you, just be mindful, that could be something that you may experience in the future where someone is controlling, because here we do know that Emperor, you know, it represents this. And again, it talks about leader, though. I love this because it talks about leader. We saw that before. So I don't know. This could be some type of disagreement with someone at your job, okay? And it could be a manager. It could be someone who's trying to, you know, have control over you at your working career. That could be it, okay? But I definitely see this a lot for some odd reason in relationships, because this is mostly what we're looking at here. Someone who could be could be a good card too. Someone who's assertive, okay? And they take control. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything bad, but I definitely see something here where it could have been problematic in the past. Now, here you have Firefly, chemistry, okay? Soul spark, creative, someone exceptional. Oh my God. Okay, Virgo. Not only do you have two 11s, you have 11-11 here. You have 11-11 here, and you have 11-11 here. Okay? This one wasn't bad. This one, some stuff on here was, but it also talked about sex. Okay? But it says someone exceptional. I don't know. I kind of feel like there could be some disagreements, but if we look at all the rest of the cards, it doesn't look bad. It don't look horrible, all right? Like I said before, just be mindful of getting into arguments and disagreements that just, you know, you speak your mind, but not yelling and stuff. I do believe that there's going to be someone that comes in your life that's going to be exceptional. It also talks about self-discovery. So in these relationships that some of y'all are going to be in, you're going to discover something about yourself. We actually saw that earlier with catalyst and transformational energy. So whoever you deal with, they will bring that to you. That's a fact. This could be online dating too, by the way. Let's go ahead. Let's see what's coming out here for you, Virgo. Let's see. We're going to use some tarot. Let's see what comes out here for you, Virgo. Virgo. Oops. Oh my God, watch it for Gambia, West Africa. Hello. Sorry, I wasn't even looking at the chat. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. This is for Virgo. And I do readings. I am so sorry. I don't ever look at the chat, y'all. My bad. I'm sorry. I never look at the chat in the morning because it throws me off so bad. I do. All the information is at the bottom of the deck, by the way. And thank you for being here for the first time. I appreciate it. 9 of Swords. Ooh. Ooh. Can I tell you your money is going to get so much better? Yeah, I know. Don't ask me how I can see it. I could always tell. Okay. Money is going to get so much better. I still see that there's going to be some kind of exceptional, I'm going to use that word, exceptional thing that's going to happen, which is promotions for some of you. I do believe that this is an attention thing, a success thing, an achievement thing. That's what I see. I'm just telling you that's what I see. Okay, when it comes down to your working career, because your money gets so much better. And I would think that it only happens if you guys are offered something that would increase your pay. So when we're talking about actual finances and money, this looks like this is going to be increased big time as far as financially for you. I'm not saying that you won't have a lot of responsibility, because I do believe that that could happen, where you guys may just be like, oh my God, I got to do this, I got to do this. And now I'm just so busy. And I'm telling you, a lot of y'all, I'm telling you, next year, it's going to be crazy. I can't wait to really get into 2026. I have not finished it. The fact that anyone who even remotely have Sagittarius, like fire in their chart, and I'm mostly dealing with sun and your moon. Now I know people who have risings will trip a little bit on that. It can help you, but not in the way your sun and your moon being helped by all of these effing trines, y'all. Okay. So if you have sun and moon in any of those, well, I'm just saying in general, moon definitely. But if you guys have like personal planets in any of those fire signs, baby, it's going to be off the chain. Okay. And there's going to be a lot of help. But we also have to look at other things that could be opposing you or squaring you too. But it will make it a little bit easier for you. But next year, this is why I keep saying things are going to get so much better for you, because, I mean, you're being trined. It's a grand trine in a fire signs. Hello, hey. Okay, so if you have any of those, this is why things are getting better. So yes, you may get promoted. You know, things definitely could get better for you, but it doesn't mean that you won't experience stress. It doesn't mean that you won't, experience that. So I feel personally, here with the Nine of Swords, things are getting better for you. Maybe you're not sleeping as much though, because you have to get things done. But this is also saying, horrible relationships. Okay. That's we want to move on from those. We want to move on from that. And I do see a lot of you will. Definitely if you are married, if you are in a long-term committed relationship, I don't see it working. And I usually don't say that. But I'm saying it because this Nine of Swords is hitting that whip card. I mean, truly. I mean, some of you guys have experienced abuse, even verbally, right? We're talking about verbal abuse. We're talking about physical for some of you. Y'all know I don't get down with that. We don't even talk about that here like that. Because what? But we know that it happens. We know that people get physically abused. But like I said before, I definitely see that you guys have been going through it. And you went through it. A lot of you have already gone through this. Okay? But as far as money is concerned, this looks so good. So good. Oh my God. I love what I see at the bottom of the deck. This looks amazing. Let's get to you at the moment. Let's see what's happening here with you. For Virgo. Let's see. Six of Cups. Knight of Wands. Wow. Wow. Now you had divine or fated twice, and you had fated connection here. Let's talk about your money for a second with that Knight of Wands and Six of Cups, especially being together. Be careful who you give your money out to. I mean, that's just like a little bit of what I see. Not too much, but just be careful who you loan money out to, or, try to get a subscriptions to things and, oh, this looks like this would be a good program. Just be careful because it may be hard for you to get your money back. That's just something that I see. Some of you could be getting money from the past here. And I don't know. I don't know where this could be coming from, but some of you could be getting money from the past. I can't say if that is a guarantee because this card doesn't represent that. But I definitely feel like for some of you, you've been waiting on some money from the past. I mean, this could have been dealing with your children. Maybe this does have something to do with, what is it called? Child support. Or this could have something to do with spousal support. You got children. It could have something to do with a lawsuit that you have been filing, and it's been ages ago since you've been expecting it. So I do see that could be coming in for you guys. But again, when it comes down to money, I just see an improvement. I'm just being completely honest. And I know I've said that for a while, and some of you really have had improvement of finances, but I'm talking about more so stable energy where it's not so much up and down. It's just going to be a straight line. But I see it. I see some of you guys going to be buying a new car, a new vehicle. You're going to be thinking about that. Maybe trade in something of that nature. Dealing with your car. Some of you guys are going to be traveling for work. You may get invited somewhere for your work. Okay. And that's what I'm saying. This is just such a good energy here because it seems like it's just something fated to occur. When it comes to love, y'all, I mean, I feel like I'm talking like a broken record. Again, we're talking about a fated connection. We're talking about a soulmate. We saw soulmate twice. We saw what you guys consider twin flame, which I always like to say I don't. An intense connection between you and someone, and this is sitting on top of divine intervention. That's what it's sitting on top of. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. Remember, it says as above, so below. If it is meant for you to experience, you will experience it. If it come out in these cards, y'all will experience it. This is why I always say, for you, you need to know what's happening with you. But you also have to know that even if you do get a 95% person, right? Someone who is going to be in your life most likely for long term, 95% chance, that you have to be mindful not to sabotage either. Okay. And talking, making sure that you communicate properly. All of those do have an effect. Like I said, that 5% can destroy you if you are not handled it correctly. But the universe is going to be bringing you this kind of individual. Okay, this is what I see. Someone who you are just really feeling, y'all. And I do see very sexual energy. Okay. So it could be something a little kinky, but it's too early for that. We ain't gonna go into all of that. But I definitely see that it's going to be a strong sexual chemistry thing with you and this person. It just feels like you know them, or it's something about them that you just feel comfortable with them, maybe right away. But I do see it. Let's go ahead. Let's get your next card. This is for Virgo. Some of you guys keep ruminating about past situations, though. Something that you said, something that you did. Some of you guys are thinking about children that you haven't talked to in a while. Okay, that's what I see. You haven't talked to your kids. You got into an argument. Some of you guys, your kids are not with you. Maybe they got taken away. And I'm just being honest, that happens, especially looking at that Nine of Swords. Some of y'all are just, in pain, because of something dealing with your children. Okay. If it, it depends on who won the custody hearing. It could be two Virgos that are watching this. One Virgo won and one Virgo did not. Okay. So some of you guys are maybe feeling some kind of way dealing with children, and it could be older children, adult children. They're not talking to you. They don't want to talk to you, that type of stuff. That could be happening as well. Okay. Here you have the Five of Wands. Now here it is. Remember, we talked about fights and arguments. Now this is sitting on top and literally in your future position here. Competition. Competition. I'm going to say it this way. Your person is very popular, and you are going to also have someone that is going to be competing for your heart as well, not just with one person. I don't see it because, again, like I said before, we saw two with those cards. I feel like there could be a little problems for some of you? Yes, because it makes sense. Again, it's going to say some people are going to flow nicely and some people are not. Okay. But I definitely feel that for some of you guys, you're going to have more than one partner. That's just what I see. You're going to have more than one person to choose from. But just be mindful of fights and drama, arguments, that type of stuff. Anger. Okay, how you express yourself in relationships, how you express yourself when you're with your family. Okay, why did the children leave? Because they felt like you were, too critical. Okay, or you feel like someone is too critical of you here. Either way, I definitely see that there could be some type of misunderstanding or issue with somebody. Can't say who it is because I don't know what these planets are doing. I don't know where they're going, and I don't know what houses they're sitting in. But it could happen with anyone. Now, for some of you, you have to be mindful that this does not happen in relationships. But I do see that you are popular. I do see that there's going to be someone who's going to come out of the blue, okay, into your life. You got the Knight of Cups sitting at the bottom of the deck. So again, this does look like this is going to be some type of romantic partner who comes out that, like I said before, out of the blue. The reason why I say that is because of that whole serendipitous energy. It's just you were at the right place at the right time. Okay. And again, I also feel like it could be, I don't know why I feel like you guys are going to travel. Okay. There's something about traveling here. If you're traveling with a friend or anything like that, please make sure when you travel with people that you like them. Okay. Or that you are comfortable around them. Not traveling with people who are going to be, saying things that's going to make you uncomfortable, and I've been there. Oh my God. When I was a teenager, even in my early 20s, going on trips with friends, and all of a sudden they start to act crazy. And I'm like, get me the hell up out of here. I can't wait till I get home. Okay. All right. So I do see that some of you guys may travel soon. And it could be with a lover, could be, but just be mindful of, okay, like I said, be mindful of any kind of arguments, disagreements, that kind of say. Think before you speak is what I'm seeing in these cards. All right, let's go. We got one more minute. Let's get Virgo's energy for today. One more minute. All right. You have bottled up. This happened before. This literally happened before. Let's get another one. I don't like when they come out back to back like that. But it's saying that you do, like, are you ignoring something? Are you denying something? Are you avoiding something? And I said for today, so it's like, does something bother you? Is something irritating you here? Maybe you want to say something and you can't say anything. It's for today. Thank you. Oh yeah, I like this card. You guys had peace that came out, and it says protect your peace from negativity, period. Okay, so today, protect your peace from negativity. You also had clarity here. This could be communication. You also had hidden enemies. Hidden enemies. People who are pretending to be something that they're not. Be aware of your environment today. There are people who are around you who are selfishly motivated. Okay, and if you don't know about it, you will. Remember, we saw that hidden energy earlier. Okay, so this is letting me know, and this doesn't have to be only today, y'all. This energy is going to be, you know, future as well for some people, but we're just trying to use this for today. I definitely see conversation. Okay, communication. Maybe you guys are trying to figure out what's going to be happening during the holidays. This could be you dealing with, you know, talking to family members. Also, some of that hidden enemy things could be family members. Okay. Maybe you're going to talk about your differences, that type of stuff. Okay, that's what I see. Things that you have been holding inside for a while. You may be able to talk about it and get peace or gain peace from the situation. All right. But that's what I have for you here, Virgo. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. And if you guys are new, make sure you like and subscribe. And for those who are interested in a reading, especially for 2026, most of you guys already have gotten it. I'm pretty sure I know most of you guys in the chat right now. But if you guys are interested in a chart reading or both, all the information is going to be down below. You may have to email me so I can give you the pricing for the astrology. Okay, especially for someone who made a comment earlier. I apologize about that. All right, I will see you guys later. I will be doing Taurus next, and I'll also be doing Sagittarius and most likely, possibly Capricorn. All right, so I love you guys. See you later. Bye.